Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode here on the Talk Daily, where I'm going to be reviewing the 2023 Nissan Maxima according to NissanUSA.com. Now, I've driven a couple of Nissans. I've driven the older ones, early 2000, and Nissan has come a long way in Maxima. It's gotten heavier, but the suspension gotten more livelier. It used to have a solid rear beam. Now it has multi-link rear independent suspension. That basically makes the car more compatible. It's I don't want to say that it makes it into a sport car. I hate that term, a sport car, but what it means is just you get a little less understeer. Yeah, the car is more responsive to your input. It doesn't have more tendency to understeer. It will understeer at the limit. If you know what understeer means, you just turn the wheel and the car just goes straight. You know. Anyway, so this is a vehicle that's not. This is a 3.5 liter engine. You cannot get anything less than a 3.5 liter engine. It comes with a CVT. There's no manual, and the vehicle starts at $38,000. So it's not it's not an entry level vehicle. Okay, this is a more step above. Okay, if you love the Nissan lineup and you want something that's more sportier, bigger, I want to say that in the Nissan trim, this is the most vehicle you're gonna get out of a sedan. Okay, this sits above the Ultima, sits above the Sentra. So this is their look at what we have. So it's a nice car. It truly is a nice car. It's almost to the point where it's luxury, but you're not paying for the Infinity brand yet. If you want to get something bigger, more, then you're probably gonna have an Infinity badge on it. This is the highest you can get with a Nissan badge, and they offer it in three trims, which I'm gonna show you. So let's go to the specs. And what's nice about the website is they allow you to compare them. So we're going to do that. We're going to put the SR and we're going to put the Platinum. Now, the SR is the sportier one. The SV is the base one. And the Platinum is the one that has all the features that Nissan offers. Now, which one I would recommend? Make story short, the SR. Because you get the sportier tune suspension, larger front sway bar, and you get all the bells and whistles you would get on the Platinum. Only difference is the Platinum has a telescopic steering wheel that is electronic, while the SR is manual. And I think it has like one more thing. I'll find it for you. It's just really not much. The wheels on that one are 19s. The SR and the Platinum are 19, where the SV is 18. And so I'll show you now. The engine they all have the same thing. The engine is all the same. I'm not even gonna read them. They're all the same. 3.5 liter dual overhead cam, 24 valve V6 engine. The amount of torque is 261 foot-pound of torque at 4,400 RPM and 300 horsepower for 6,400 RPM. So the engine likes to rev. Okay, this is not a big American engine. Okay, this engine just rev it up a little bit and you get all the power you need. CVT transmission on all of them. Nissan has direct injection, electronic drive-by-wire, fuel type, gas premium, everything takes premium, and a front wheel drive. So that's standard on all of them. The brakes, again, they all have the same exact brake. You get ABS, you get electronic brake force distribution. So everything is the same. So why would you get, again, I cannot make a case for the Platinum, to be honest with you. I cannot. The only car I would say get the SR, because you get a paddle shifter too. So you get the better suspension and you get paddle shifter. Now, as far as the better suspension, I would definitely recommend you take a drive and compare the SR to the SV, because you'll probably find I would not imagine the suspension is going to be so rough where it deters customers from buying the SR. I would say the suspension is probably more, the car will rebound quickly. Basically, the car will just adjust itself faster. And what I'm talking about is this. If you look at it, it has the S Sport Tune suspension with retuned dampener, stiffer springs, and larger front stabilizer bar. That's for the SR. The rest, they don't have it. The suspension geometry design is exactly the same. You get independent front and multi-link rear suspension, front and rear stabilizer bar, hydroelectric power steering, standard on all of them. Now, the SR, as I said, I won't say, because there's a point where you think to yourself like, okay, go to the sportier one, but then you get in it, it's like it's like BMW, right? When you get the BMW suspension, the M Sport, and it's like bouncy and it's horrible. This is not that level. The SR is not at that level. It's not gonna be crazy firm suspension. Okay, so it's just gonna be more. When you turn the car, it's probably not gonna be as bouncy and floaty. It's not like these cars are bouncy, but it's gonna be a little bit more tuned. As far as the ride height, they all look like it's the same ride height. I don't think it lowers the ride height that much. So again, that's something you have to do yourself. Go to dealership and just sit in the SR and sit in SV and see which one you think is more comfortable, because that's something only you can detect. Everybody feels suspension different, right? It will have different feelings. So you have that's on your end. As far as the wheels, 17s for 18s for the base model, 19 for everything above it. I personally like 18. I honestly like 17s, but no, I'll take that back. I like 16s. I don't like big wheels. Just because the tires are cheaper, but you get better MPGs and the ride is more comfortable. But obviously, if you want sportier suspension, you want less rubber, so you have less deflection. Basically, when you turn the wheel, you just get more response. The response of the car has to do with suspension and alignment, but trying to make it as simple as possible. Thinner tires do give you more response. Okay, less deflection. How about that? The tire doesn't deform as much. Still deforms. Oh my god, I'm digging a hole in myself. Go, keep going. All right, exterior. What do you get? Okay, exterior features. I think it gets a lip. So there you go. Fog lights are not available on the standard. You don't get black V motion grille. Oh no, you don't get the grille. That grille is only available on the sporty SR model. Now, chrome quad tipped exhaust finishes. You don't get that. You get a black quad tipped exhaust finishes. Again, those are these a deal breaker? They're not to me. The spoiler, I personally don't like spoiler. All it does, it creates drag, but hey, it is what it is. So the fog lights are not available on the base. I like fog lights. I'm pretty sure you can get them, okay? But it's probably just getting the wiring definitely will be in the car. So if you're not familiar with that, I've built cars, okay? Like I literally took a car apart and put it back together for fun. So anyways, the harness inside the vehicle will have that. So if it doesn't have the fog light, I guarantee you there'll be the tab, and when you see the plastic tab, it's sitting there, and you pop it, and behind it you see the connector, and you could literally go to Nissan, buy it. Now, am I 100% sure on this car? No, but I will put as a high probability that they're not gonna make a separate wiring harness. So that's just my opinion. It's probably there, but the button is not there, and obviously the lights are not there, and the button to switch on and off is not there. That's just my assumption. But anyways, it doesn't have the fog light for the base one. Now, as for the infotainment system, there's a difference. And if you look at it, it goes all the way down here. And the difference is that the base one has an AM, FM, CD audio system with 8 speakers. And anything beside that, the Sport one and the Platinum, gets a Bose Platinum audio system with 11 speakers, including Centerpoint to surround technology. Active noise cancellation is not available on the base one. Active sound enhancement not available on the base one. And you get one USB port A and one USB port C, where on the other models you get 2 of them. So it's very minor details. Really nothing to me is a deal breaker, to be honest with you. Again, I'm building a case for the SR. Honestly, I think the SR is just because for $4,000 more, $5,000 more. Excuse me. You get the paddle shifter, the suspension. I think it makes a case for itself. Now I cannot justify the Platinum, honestly. But again, the colors might be the reason you want to get the Platinum, because you get more colors, like exterior color of the car. Safety and security are all the same. Dimensions are all the same. Capacity, curb weight, fuel economy are all the same because they have the same engine. Now, it was funny about Nissan. They have versus competition. I'm not going to click on that. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. You don't see Toyota doing that. I mean, obviously they do so outside and out, but I wouldn't do so. Anyway, I wouldn't want to talk about comparing to other vehicles. It makes no sense. So, accessories and gallery and features. It's too bad because they show the color, but the cars are not available on every single car. So it says please see the actual vehicle and color at your local Nissan dealer. Now, Like, I like this color, right? I would like to get it in red. I would like to get my interior in this, but they don't offer that combination, unfortunately. So that's one thing, is I wish the Nissan website will have that, you know, like straightforward, right? Because I mean, part of buying a car is you want the color you want, right? And I'll show you, right? So if you look at the car, let's say you want to build one, right? So you're like, oh, I want to build it. And build and price. See, there you go. You go and saying to yourself, okay, I want to build a Maxima. And, you know, the SR, okay? So says resume. And let's see. I already built this one, right? So if you look at it, the vehicle, why doesn't it go back? See, I'm going to go back to the exterior. So see the body paint? You only have these options. You don't have all the options. You have the black, the metallic, the metallic, and pearl white, which costs a $400 extra. You don't have the red. And that's what I'm trying to get to. You don't have all these options, unfortunately. And the interior too, you only have this color. Bam. So if that's a deal breaker, that might be a deal breaker. Now, and the website, it doesn't, as I said, it said go, you know, talk to your dealer if you want to know what other colors we have. But I wish that they already and let you know. So that is probably the one thing that I kind of not really like about it. So let's go back to the Maxima. And yeah, so in general, the car, when you're putting all the accessories on, it comes up to almost like $46,000. Okay, so you know, when you look at the build price, I built the SR one, and it came up to $46,120. Okay, so but I built it in white because only option. I mean, honestly, I like it in white. It looks nice in white, and the interior, nothing wrong with it. I like the interior. I mean, I selected all a lot of the features. Okay, so most of the accessories I selected. So you're looking at $46,000, and it's a nice car. So anyways, that's been my preview of the Maxima. I think the SR is the one to get, but again, I would say drive the base one and drive the SR, or drive the SR and drive the Platinum, and see which one is more comfortable. Because the comfort, again, I wouldn't go to the base one. So I would guess I would go between the SR and the Platinum. Drive the SR. If it's too rough of a suspension for you, then I guess get the Platinum. But I really, really, really doubt it if the suspension is that bouncy. I don't believe so. This is not designed to tackle the Nürburgring. Can you tackle the Nürburgring? Yeah, you can tackle the Nürburgring in a bicycle. Well, legally no, but anyway, but that's a different story. So I think it's a good car. I like the V6. It's powerful. It's been proven. Nissan been using it for many, many years. And as far as warranty, they haven't mentioned a warranty, which again, I can find a warranty anywhere on the website. I'm assuming the warranty is like 32,000 mile, something like that, you know, basic mile, 60,000 mile power terrain, but they haven't mentioned it, and I've been trying to look for it. So when I find it, I will put it in the description below. Anyways, as always, let me know in the comments below. Or do you have this car? Do you want to buy this car? Why would you want it? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, you have a great day out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.